YouTube. Got it. Okay. So, welcome everybody, male and female, boy and girl, man and woman, two sides of the coin, or are they the same side? Na, thoda locha hai. The concept of Ardhnarishwar or yin and yang is surely worth exploring, and we have a fantastic speaker to explain this concept to us. Good evening to my happy-go-lucky family and to all who will be watching us later on YouTube. I'm Divya Shah from Radio Diva, and it's a little attempt from our side that we started on during the first lockdown to create awareness on important mental health issues, holistic well-being, and important discussions on self-growth topic. We also have fun session, Bathak, which is missing Garimadi and Sandeep. So we also have fun sessions, shairi sessions, singing sessions, where we enjoy and celebrate life. Accomplished speakers share their experiences with us, inspiring us to be the better version of ourselves. So if you like our content, give us that extra boost of energy by hitting that like button, subscribe, and so that you know when a video is uploaded, and share it with friends and family so that people can benefit by our relevant and honest content. Follow the Radio Diva page on Instagram and Facebook and be part of our happy-go-lucky community. We will surely need you to grow as a community and spread awareness and add value in the life, in each other's life, basically. So we have a very interesting speaker with us. Dr. Rina Gupta is an MBA in retail operations, a PhD in management with research and corporates, social responsibility in small and medium enterprises, with 27 years of industrial and academic experience. I mean, the topic and the person and the achievements of the person doesn't match, no? It looks like a mismatch. But she took a voluntary retirement in 2020, and now she is following her passion, which was earlier her hobby and her passion of understanding energy healing. So a warm welcome to Dr. Rina Gupta. Thank you so much, Dr. Rina, for, all of us are super excited to listen to you. So
thank you so much for welcoming me. Thank you so much.
Yes, please tell us about how you started, what made you start this thing, the entire journey of you being an energy healer.
Okay, so this started quite after my marriage. There were some issues with my husband's career and all that. And that made me think, because that actually made me think about what is it that creates a pattern, because he always had a pattern of working, as a job, and then he leaves the job and then he goes back to do his own work. Then finally he did well in his work, and then he introduces some partners into it. And the moment that partner comes into the arena, then he has to close down his work and again go back to the job. So this was a pattern which was followed about 2-3 times I saw it. So I was thinking, in some way, I have to search for this issue, that why is it that every time the same thing is happening, but with different people? He is the constant one, and it's happening with the different people. So that made me think, and then that made me do a lot of research. And finally, I came to a point. I got a very good book, The Power of Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. And then I read that book, and finally, I think I got the solution to it. So I went and did some more research. I even looked at the psychology part, reading all NCERT books right from class 11th and all. And then finally, I thought, yes, mind is the main problem in our matter. So if we train our mind to do as we want, I think that will be much more fruitful. So that made me take on the course, and then started with hypnotherapy sessions, and I went on to do again Akashic record reading and past life regression. All those things I've started doing. So now I'm full-fledged into this spiritual work.
Yeah, you are also psycho neurobics therapist. What is that? If you can explain us.
Yeah, psychoneurobics is a word which has been coined recently. But this therapy basically is from a very ancient time. During the time of Vedas also we had this therapy. It takes about the color, the mudras and sound. It takes all these three things into its being, and then through those three things we cure people. So this is the technique. So yeah.
Okay, that's quite interesting. I mean, there are so many methods to heal and cure people. Amazing. So let's jump in our topic. You decided a very different topic. And when you were explaining it to me, you were so passionate about it कि मुझे लग रहा था कि आपने कितना in depth इसके बारे में सोचा है. So can you explain अर्धनारीश्वर कॉन्सेप्ट क्या है एग्जैक्टली और कोई अगर पहली बार सुने उसके लिए क्या है ये एग्जैक्टली?
सो ये वाली जो ये अर्धनारीश्वर कंसेप्ट क्या है, मतलब हम लोग अगर अपने हिंदू सनातन धर्म में जाए तो अर्धनारीश्वर क्या है? हाफ शक्ति एंड हाफ शिव. सो ये ही चीज जो उन्होंने उस चीज में डिपिक्ट किया, बिकॉज वी एक्चुअली डोंट नो कि सचमुच में शिव है या शक्ति है या शक्ति, एज वी डोंट नो. बट उस कंसेप्ट को इस तरीके से क्रिएट किया गया फॉर पीपल सो दैट दे अंडरस्टैंड कि जो कुछ भी है वो आप एक ही इंडिविजुअल के अंदर हो. कोई आदमी अलग नहीं है, कोई औरत अलग नहीं है. यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड योर ओन एनर्जीज टू बिकम होल एंड कंप्लीट. So आपको अगर even if you want to stay alone, okay, social context में to get married is to majorly procreate and to expand your family and to expand the generations and people. But अगर आपको खुद अपने ऊपर अगर आप सिर्फ आप अपने साथ ही रहना चाहते हो, then you are like complete. You have got both male energies as well as female energies inside you. ये एक कंसेप्ट विच अर्धनारीश्वर है. एंड यही चीज को वो एक्सप्लेन इस तरीके से किया गया कि उसको भगवान से कोरिलेट करके एनर्जीज को ना ज्यादा ध्यान में रखे, वो भगवान को कोरिलेट करके उन्होंने ये बोला है कि ठीक है, आपका आधा जो है वो शिव है. दैट मीन्स द राइट पार्ट ऑफ योर बॉडी इज लाइक शिव एंड द लेफ्ट पार्ट ऑफ योर बॉडी इज शक्ति. एंड हर बार ये एक बात बोला है कि शिव विदाउट शक्ति इज लाइक शव. तो ऐसे ही हम लोगों के साथ भी है कि अगर हम शिव ही रह जाएंगे, शक्ति नहीं होगी हमारे साथ, तो विल बी लाइक अ डेड बॉडी ओनली, क्योंकि वो लास्ट में एनर्जी ओनली गोज अवे फ्रॉम द बॉडी. सो व्हाट रिमेन्स बिहाइंड इज लाइक द डेड बॉडी. सो इसी कंसेप्ट को लेके पीपल हैव ट्राइड टू एक्सप्लेन कि शिव और शक्ति किस तरीके से आप ही के अंदर वास करते हैं. आपको बस अपनी एनर्जीज को कैसे उस शिव और शक्ति को बैलेंस करके चलना है, क्योंकि ज्यादा शिव भी वो हमेशा समाधि में रहते हैं. ज्यादा शिव भी होना खाली समाधि है, ज्यादा शक्ति भी होना वो बहुत चंचल है, चंचल मन की है. शी इज वेरी डायनेमिक एंड फ्लोइंग एंड ऑल दैट. तो दोनों को एक अगर हम बैलेंस करके चलेंगे तभी हम अपने आप में होल एंड कंप्लीट होंगे. और जैसे हम हैं होल एंड कंप्लीट, वैसे ही हम सामने अपने लाइफ को एज अ मिरर दे सकते हैं. बिकॉज वॉट एवर वी आर फ्रॉम इनसाइड, दैट इज हाउ वी कैन सी इट outside. So we are just reflecting ourselves outside in the world. So if we are balanced beings, then we will always see balance amongst us, not all around us. If we are not balanced, तो हम उसी तरीके से अपनी दुनिया को देखेंगे. This is the main concept. और हिंदू मतलब कई सारे हमारे हिंदुइज्म में कई सारी चीजें हैं जहाँ पर ये बोलते हैं कि शिव शक्ति यहाँ पर वास करते हैं आपका थर्ड आई पे. सो इसलिए यहाँ पे जो आज्ञा चक्र है इसके दो ही पेटल्स बताए गए हैं, एक फेमिनाइन साइड है और एक मेल साइड है. तो द फेमिनाइन साइड आपको ये दिखाती है कि आप कितने, हाउ कैन यू बी सो expressive, all with all flowing emotions. You can be very powerful, you can be very passionate, and at the same time right side आपका जो शिव का साइड है वो ये बताता है कितने आप ठहराव है आपके अंदर, आप कितने लॉजिकल हैं, कितने आप सर्वाइवल, how much can you survive, like आपके पास सर्वाइवल इंस्टिंक्ट्स हैं, आप इंडिपेंडेंट हैं, आप फ्रीडम आप सीख करते हैं, all those things. Like there are different दो energies को उन्होंने how do I say, like they have given certain traits to feminine energies and certain traits to the masculine energies, and when these two traits they come together, then only we feel complete in ourselves. That is how it is.
Wow, Rupali Di says amazing. It's it's a very जैसे ना हम हमारे जनरली हम बात करते हैं ना तो we always say कि ये ना ये बहुत ही ये लड़की जैसा है या लड़की अगर if a boy behaves has any quality of a woman we say ये बहुत ज्यादा लड़कियों की तरह बात करता है या लड़कियों की तरह काम करता है या सोचता है और बहुत सारे मेल्स फीमेल्स को कहा जाता है ये तो पूरी लड़का जैसी है तो
Exactly.
I think somewhere na we have what you are saying ki we have both the traits basically in us so
Yeah,
it's
very
ki
true.
if we are a female we don't have male traits in us.
No, we have both the traits inside us, and it is only that balance which makes us a balanced person. If any of the trait is missing, you will have problems with your mental health, you will have problems with your emotional health, with your physical, and finally it will trickle down to the physical health also. So if you like, we have to always think, like I had one of my friend, she used to have a lot of problem on her right side. So almost she would have pain on her right side. Even if she would fall, she would hurt on her right side. So all those things were there. So we were just talking. I was just counseling her, in fact. And then I asked her, I said, what about the men in your house? I mean, are you actually respecting them, or does? She said, no, I don't have good relations with my father. So if you don't have good relations with your father, now what is happening is you are somewhere, or maybe with the male member of the society, you are somewhere declining your own male energies. You're not looking at it in a proper way. So male energies are mostly on the right side of the body. So on the right side, whatever organs are there on the right side, not only the limbs and all things, these organs will also start hurting, somewhere. You will start having problem. Either you don't respect your male energies, you don't respect the male members of whosoever, the boss, father, brother, whosoever, or maybe you are too much masculine. That means you completely are logical. You always give reasons for your actions. You're very firm. It's very difficult for you to move. Flexibility is a bit less. Or maybe you're too adventurous. If you are too much of that, or if you deny your own masculine energies, then you will start having problems in your right side of the body. Similarly, in the left side, also the same thing. So I used to go, like I had some problem again, sciatica in my left side of the body. So I would go to the physiotherapist, and there I found out whether it was a male or a female. Most of them had problems in the left side of the body. So they would come for treatment on the left side. So I just happened to ask the physiotherapist, I said, why is it that almost everybody, like almost 95% of the people coming into to do physiotherapy were having problems on the left side? He said, I don't know, but most of the, what the answer which he gave me is, we are not normally, the dominant part is our right side. So that is why the left side, like it's not dominant. So it gets hurt. But when I came home and I started analyzing, that means I started using my masculine energies, I found out that it was not the left side was hurting because we were somewhere in denial of our feminine side. So if a boy cries or expresses his emotions, so mostly if a boy cries, he is told, "Aise tum to ladke ho, why are you crying? Thoda sa mazboot ho jao." But when and similarly for the girl also, if she is like she knows how to drive even a truck या motorcycle भी drive करके, सर ये लड़की तो पूरी tomboy है, सारा दिन ये इसी में रहती है, machines में ही रहती है. So these are the things where we are going in for a state of denial. कि we are denying our own energies. तो जहाँ पे denial है वहाँ पे problem आएगी ही आएगी. तो जब भी हमारा कोई side में problem है, then we should immediately see कि हम लोग ऐसा तो नहीं कि कहीं हम अपनी ही energies को कहीं पे या तो हमने ज़्यादा बढ़ा लिया या फिर हम लोग उसको बिल्कुल कम कर रहे हैं. एंड ये एनर्जीज कोई जेंडर को लेके नहीं है. इट्स नॉट द मेल जेंडर को लेके नहीं है, कोई सेक्सुअलिटी को लेके नहीं है. इट्स ओनली अबाउट एनर्जीज प्रेजेंट इनसाइड आवर बॉडीज.
Right. So, can you explain how we can balance it? I mean, Jaya ji has a question, I think. How can we balance both our energies?
Yeah. So, the first thing, हमारे शास्त्रों में ये बैलेंस करने का बहुत अच्छा तरीका बताया है, particularly when we get married. So, I mean, they are trying to prove that this is the way that you should balance, no? उन्होंने तो उसको शादी के रूप में दिया. But when we are getting married, especially when we are going around the Vedi, क्या होता है? कुछ point पर लड़का आगे चल रहा होता है, and लड़की is following. The groom is ahead, the bride is following. And उसके बाद में, I think 3 or 4 rounds के बाद में, they exchange. The bride is ahead and the groom is following. ये बहुत अच्छा example है for saying that इसमें तो 2 genders को बताया गया है कि भाई घर की गृहस्थी जो है कभी बीवी आगे रहेगी या कभी husband आगे रहेगा. But the best way to think about it is sometimes your masculine energies should be in the front. That means you should be independent. Okay, you should learn to let go. You should be stable in your approach. मतलब हमेशा फिजिटी नहीं रहना है, वो खुद ही को अपने अंदर ये अपने कल्टिवेट करना है कि यू शुड हैव ऑल दीज क्वालिटीज, जहाँ पे घर के थोड़े से, जैसे जो मेल मेंबर से आप एक्सपेक्ट करते हो कि कोई स्क्रू आपने टाइट कर दिया, दैट इज आल्सो मैस्कुलिन एनर्जी एट वर्क. सो कहीं आपने स्क्रू टाइट कर दिया, कहीं पे आपने कुछ ऐसा काम कर दिया जो आप यू फील दैट द मेल काउंटर पार्ट शुड डू इट. अगर आपने वो कर दिया तो यू आर समवेयर गिविंग रिस्पेक्ट टू द मैस्कुलिन एनर्जी एंड एनहांसिंग योर मैस्कुलिन एनर्जी. ओके, तो ये जो शादी वाला प्रोसेस है, समथिंग लाइक दैट, कि कभी मैस्कुलाइन आगे चलेगा, द फेमिनाइन विल फॉलो. समटाइम्स द फेमिनाइन एनर्जी विल गो अहेड, द मैस्कुलाइन विल फॉलो. सो जहां पर नर्चरिंग की बात आती है, जहां पे केयरिंग की बात आएगी, लव की बात आएगी, लेट द फेमिनाइन टेक द लीड. You don't need to be all the time digging, saying ki acha, if I hold your hand in the public, then people are going to, don't give logic to that. If you feel like, then just go ahead. It's not that you're holding the partner's hand all the time. But if you feel like doing that, just showing a bit of love, maybe even in the public, just go and do it. Because that is actually showing the care and love. And that is all feminine. So emotions are feminine hai. क्योंकि feminine जो है ना, it's a very flowing type of energy. So जहाँ conversation होगा, जहाँ पे communication होगा, because communication is flowing just like water. So where there is communication, where there is expressiveness, express your emotions. So the moment you start, don't try and close down on your emotions. Ki are koi bhi nahi sunega meri baat ko. And then what is the point of saying all this when I cannot? Just try and express, because I have seen in my practice, what I've seen is, if you don't express, then you have hell lot of problems, right up to cancer also. So that means you're suppressing that feminine energy of yours by not expressing anything. So howsoever you express, be it by journaling, be it by talking to somebody, be it even talking to yourself in front of the mirror, or just keep blabbering about, start expressing, start creating ideas. So innovations, ideas, they are also very feminine. अगर आपको लगता है कि you have to, हर एक चीज का लॉजिक नहीं होना चाहिए और हर एक चीज इलॉजिकल भी नहीं होना चाहिए. That should be a combination of both. So wherever you are being aware about yourself, हमेशा अपने आप को, like feminine energy ज्यादातर shadow work करना चाहती है अपने ऊपर, denial में नहीं रहती. So वो अपने ऊपर वो कहती है, हाँ मेरे अंदर ये खराबी है, I need to repair it. Think about it. हमेशा नहीं, don't start complaining कि उसकी वजह से मेरे अंदर ये प्रॉब्लम आ गई, उसकी वजह से ये हुआ, why me? All those things अगर ये start हमने कर दिया तो energies हमेशा disbalance ही रहेंगी. So always, suppose it's like, for example, abhi recently one of my known person is having a problem with his marriage, and the wife is like, बहुत सारी बातें हो रही हैं उन दोनों के बीच में कि wife भी उनको complain कर रही है. Now the husband has also started complaining कि वो wife और उनके father के साथ में जो भी problem हो रही है. Now the moment it's said, then I told the husband, I said, okay, now the wife और husband के साथ में problem हो रहा है, तुम्हारा wife के father के साथ में problem हो रहा है, but don't you think that somewhere down the line your soul has decided to do this? This is your soul agenda. बोल रहे कैसे possible है? How soul agenda ऐसे नहीं होता सर. But then soul का एक नियम है. It doesn't look at the relationship. It doesn't look at the physical body. It is learning to ascend, experience से. तो if you are accepting the fact that there is a problem there, वो problem मेरे साथ है, वो problem मुझे ही sort out करना है. This is my soul agenda. So thank you so much for all this learning experience. Just accept it. I know it's difficult, but just accept it. The acceptance itself will give you a balance of your energy. Always remaining in a state of denial, always complaining is not going to serve the purpose. So and another thing is हमेशा ये कहना कि नहीं वही कर लेगा काम, मैं तो नहीं, I will step back, the servant will come, then only the घर का काम होगा, then that's not being male, that's not being masculine. काम करना खुद सीखो, that is actually getting your energies in balance. So बहुत सारी और चीजें हैं, आप प्राणायाम करिए, नाड़ी शोधन हम लोग बोलते हैं, जो लेफ्ट से ब्रीथ करो एंड राइट से एक्सेल करो, दैट इज नाड़ी शोधन वी से, दैट इज आल्सो वेरी गुड एनर्जी, बिकॉज हमारी लेफ्ट साइड जो है दैट रिप्रेजेंट्स द मून एंड हमारा जो राइट साइड है दैट रिप्रेजेंट्स द सन, तो उससे भी, उसकी वजह से भी हमारी बहुत अच्छे से बैलेंस हो सकता है, नाड़ी शोधन से भी बैलेंस होगा. कुछ योगा एक्सरसाइजेस हैं विच आर सम आर फेमिनाइन सम आर मैस्कुलाइन, तो अगर हम जिम ट्रेनर के पास जा रहे हैं, दोज आर ऑल मैस्कुलाइन सिस्टम है, एंड अगर हम योगा कर रहे हैं सो वो फेमिनाइन ज्यादा है, दोज एक्सरसाइजेस आर मोर फेमिनाइन. सो अगर आपने दोनों का कॉम्बिनेशन ले लिया वाइल एक्सरसाइजिंग, दैट वर्क्स टू बैलेंस योर एनर्जी. खाना खाना है, eat all type of colored vegetables and fruits. Take, मतलब ये नहीं है कि आपने सिर्फ एक ही चीज पर concentrate किया कि मुझे सिर्फ green leafy vegetables नहीं. If you are finding violet vegetable, also take that. If you are finding red, so take all colored vegetables in your diet. तो वो भी balance करेगा आपकी energies को.
Right. So Jaya ji has a question. Anybody else has a question? Please either raise your hand or write it down on the chat box. Please tell about the role of meditation in this.
Yeah, role of meditation is, see, meditation क्या करता है, from converting from क्या बोलना चाहिए, feminine energies का I mean not a balanced feminine energy but a less balanced feminine energy, say if you're converting that into a stable male energy, that is meditation. Okay, so लेकिन जब हम meditate कर रहे हैं, so many thoughts come by, the thoughts which are coming by is again feminine energy. Now we are saying stabilize that feminine energy. अब stabilize करने के चक्कर में we are saying go towards Shiv. Shiv means the masculine energy. But जो purpose है meditation का वो ये है कि हम लोग ये state of duality जिसमें ये हम 3-dimensional earth पे रह रहे हैं, जिसमें it's a state of duality means everything is two. Masculine है तो feminine है, good है तो bad है, sun है तो moon भी है, मतलब everything is in two. Okay, so हम लोग meditation करते समय what we are doing is from this duality we are going to the world of non-duality, जिसको हम लोग तुरीय अवस्था भी कहते हैं. तो हमारा purpose is to get through all this whatever is there. तो masculine thoughts, masculine stability and feminine is all the thoughts which are coming. तो धीरे धीरे इसलिए हम लोग कहते हैं उनको रोको मत, उन thoughts को रोको नहीं, उनको आने दो. एंड जैसे जैसे वो थोड़ा सा आपकी जैसे स्टेबिलिटी बढ़ेगी, आपके मैस्कुलाइन जैसे बढ़ेगा, थॉट्स आने बंद हो जाएंगे. जैसे ही वो थॉट्स आने बंद हो जाएंगे, आपके थॉट्स और वो मैस्कुलिनिटी दोनों बैलेंस हो जाएगी एंड यू रीच द लेवल ऑफ नॉन डुअलिटी. तो दिस इज वेयर वी वांट टू रीच. सो मेडिटेशन कैन हेल्प अस इन अचीविंग दैट स्टेट, नॉन डुअलिटी स्टेट, जहां पे एक्चुअली में डिवाइन रहते हैं या डिवाइन है, क्रिएटर है. So this is the purpose of meditation.
So this is quite interesting कि you know अगर बहुत बार होता है ना, जया जी और मैं कई बार बात करते हैं कि ना we are overloaded with thoughts, यानी ना बहुत ज्यादा overthinking होती है. तो I think one solution that I see is let the thoughts come, don't stop it,
don't dwell on them. Yes,
don't
stop them, don't dwell on them.
So let it come and then go, and through meditation we'll reach a stage where you know the thoughts will stop and you will feel meditation, you will feel the joy of real meditation.
Yes, actually meditation का purpose है कि वो जो मैंने आपसे कहा कि non duality state पे हम पहुंचते हैं, तो that is actually our true self. ये duality world तो माया है, जो जिसको हर कोई बोलता है illusion है, माया है, because यहाँ पे हर चीज तो दो है. तो हम लोग को वो जो दो से हटकर we have to reach just one, ऐसी जगह पे पहुंचना है जहाँ पे हम complete हैं, वहां पे कोई ये मेल फीमेल, डे नाइट, पॉजिटिव नेगेटिव, ये सब नहीं रहता. we have to reach that state. तो हर meditation का process is like going from this state to that state and reaching that final state, which is actually the state of God. तो जब हम उस state पे पहुंच जाते हैं, then we can actually say, now we are one with God. Now we are God ourselves. तो purpose of meditation वही है, from traveling from duality to non-duality. यही है.
Right. Neeta ji has a question. Yes, Neeta ji, please go ahead.
Yeah, hi. Hello, enjoying the session and a new dimension. So two things, and I totally agree with you. Number one, you know, meditation is very calming. It brings you home. It, you know, makes you find the treasure within you. Number one. Divya ne baat kari too many thoughts. तो दिव्या वो हम चाहे बुलडोजर मंगा लें, we cannot shut them out, but we can channelize them. And once again, तुमने देखा है मैं जो बोलती हूँ तभी शायद बक कर पाती हूँ. You know, I close my eyes and I think within. Today, whatever I am, whatever I'm doing. So मेरा कहना ये है, and I would want feedback on that, that thoughts don't go away. Don't fight thoughts. Yeah, let them be there. Don't let them make a nest in your head. But when do you drop your thoughts? When you put them into action. When you're in the action mode, हमें वो ख्याली पुलाव बनाने का टाइम ही नहीं मिलेगा. और बहुत प्यारा मैंने किसी यंगस्टर के स्टेटस पे पढ़ा था, too many thoughts in the mind is like sitting on a rocking chair. तुमको लग रहा है वाह मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ, मैं तो क्या धुरंधर हूँ. But actually you're going nowhere. You're just going back and forth, और उसके बाद आप कुछ और लग जाते हो. So you've really done nothing, but you have that misconception कि मैंने बहुत किया है. तो मेरा take ये दो है, and I'm so anxious to hear the feedback on these 2 points of mine. Thank you.
So these thoughts are actually, we always think with thoughts. I mean, we're always thinking. We've never, even in sleep, we are thinking. So जब हम ये सब चीजें सोचते हैं and we don't dwell on them, that means we are just letting the thoughts go by us. कुछ चीजों पे, of course, we have to dwell on some of the thoughts which become maybe our profession, maybe they are giving us a direction. But फिर से, while thinking or while those thoughts come into our mind, how much attachment do we have to that thought? Because the moment you are attaching yourself to that thought, then your masculine energies will go haywire. So attachment, too much of attachment to the thought, again, will create some problem. Because if there is a thought, everything starts with the mind, a thought, and then it will create some sort of emotion. And if that emotion becomes, say, it becomes negative, or it is on a lower frequency vibration, then that emotion is going to sit in some part of your body, and then that is going to create some disease, some unease inside your body, and hence you will see it as a disease. So every time when you are thinking, please don't dwell on the thought. But if that thought becomes important to you, then just feel that way. What is that thought all about? I mean, is it actually taking me to a positive side, or it is taking me to a negative side? Or do I have to just do some experiment on it? But once you've done the experiment, again, just let go. So thoughts are supposed to be let go, because at the end of our life, there should be no thoughts, because these thoughts are again going to come to you as a part of the astrology and say ki falane time mein aap paida hue ho, and this is what's going to happen, because that is the report card at the end of our life, the thoughts. Because the thoughts and the emotions which you have gathered, they actually create a destiny. They are the ones who are responsible. जो अभी आज हम अगर कोई challenge face कर रहे हैं, या कोई हमारी चीजें अगर हम बहुत ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम में हैं, या हम एस्ट्रोलॉजी के पास जाते हैं, वो बोलते हैं ये पितृदोष और ये planets में ये position गलत और ये वो. Those are basically the thoughts and emotions which we had stored in our previous lives, and they are the report card which we are seeing today. Of course, हम लोग के पास हमेशा chance है to improve that report card, but astrologer तो हमेशा वो date of birth देख के यही बोलेगा कि यही problem है आपके अंदर, and वो होता भी है because everything is so scientific. तो इसलिए वो थॉट्स के ऊपर डिवेल नहीं करना है. एंड एवरी टाइम यू हैव अ थॉट व्हिच यू फील इज नॉट बीइंग चैनलाइज्ड प्रॉपर्ली, जस्ट लेट गो. आई मीन दैट शुड बी इन द स्टेट ऑफ अवेयरनेस. हम लोग को अपने आप को, मेडिटेशन आल्सो टीचेस अस टू बी इन अ स्टेट ऑफ अवेयरनेस. तो वो हम लोग को कॉन्शियस लेवल पे वी हैव टू प्लान दिस. सबकॉन्शियसली तो वो चलता रहेगा, and it will create some or the other challenge in your life all the time. So I don't know whether I've answered your question.
So basically, it's our thoughts which becomes our reality. The way they say,
yes,
na,
our thoughts and the emotions which we carry, they are basically the karmas भी है. जिसको हम कर्म बोलते हैं ना, वो deeds वगैरह जो भी है. देखिए एक चीज है, पता नहीं आपने वो एक कहानी सुनी है कि नहीं, कि एक राजा था और वो हमेशा मतलब पार्टी देता था एंड प्रजा आती थी, खाना खाती थी. एंड एक पार्टी में उसने खीर बनवाई. इट्स अ वेरी ओल्ड स्टोरी, आई थिंक मोस्ट ऑफ अस हैव हर्ड इट. और खीर में बाय चांस एक सांप गिर गया एंड खीर पॉइजनस हो गई एंड मेनी पीपल एट इट एंड डाइड. ओके, नाउ ये पूरा जो एपिसोड है, जब मतलब when people died और ये उसके कर्म की उसमें पहुंचा, so people like Yum and all, they started thinking ये किसकी, ये चीज जो इतने लोग मरे हैं बिकॉज ऑफ द खीर, ये अकाउंट कहाँ जाएगा, किसके रिकॉर्ड में जाएगा. सो दे स्टार्टेड सर्चिंग फॉर द पर्सन. दे फाउंड आउट कि ये किसी के रिकॉर्ड में नहीं जा सकता बिकॉज नो वन इज रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर दिस. सांप इसलिए गिरा था क्योंकि चील लेकर आई थी और चील ने कहीं से डेड सांप उठाया था फॉर फूड और वो कहीं से वो ग्रिप उसका गिर गया, वो खीर में गिर गया. द पर्सन हु वाज मेकिंग खीर आल्सो डिडंट नो कि सांप गिर गया है. People who ate also didn't know ये poisonous हो गया. And राजा जिसने पार्टी दी थी वो तो अच्छी इंटेंट से दे रहा था. So that nobody was responsible for that. Now it so happened next year when again this king was throwing a party again. One man, he was going to the castle to take the party and then he asked somebody on the road कि ये रास्ता मतलब ये palace कहाँ पर है. So this lady who was telling him the way of the palace, she said, अच्छा आप उसके पैलेस में जाना चाहते हो जिसने इतने सारे लोगों को मार दिया. Immediately this file got opened and ये सारा कर्म का दोष जो है उस लेडी के ऊपर आ गया. बोले ये अब मजे ले रही है, she is gossiping. So इससे so the thing is that कि अब मजा उसने लिया ये बोल के, अच्छा वो राजा जिसने इतने लोगों को मारा, he is responsible for this. तो वो पहले किसी के रिकॉर्ड में नहीं था बट अब वो एक रिकॉर्ड में आ गया ऑन दिस लेडीज अकाउंट कि ये कर्म अब इसके अगेंस्ट में जाना चाहिए. सो शी हैड टू बेयर द ब्रंट ऑफ दैट कर्मा. सो इट इज ऑलवेज लाइक दिस. जितना आप उस चीज को ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंस देंगे, यू गेट अटैच्ड टू दैट थिंग बिकॉज दिस लेडी वाज लाइक फीलिंग इट कि राजा ने मारा लोगों को जबकि किसी का दोष नहीं था. बट शी एक्चुअली सेड कि राजा ने मारा एंड शी वाज making a fun out of it. She was getting that juice out of it, you know. So that made the difference in karma. So these are the emotions which karmas are basically the emotion. The deeds are not the karma, but the emotions which get attached to those deeds, they are the basic karmas. And this is the astrological report which we see every time. And this is the reason why we take birth all the time, because of these karmas only. Otherwise कोई भी कर्म जो है, अगर आप इसको लेट गो करोगे, लेट गो करते चले जाओगे, ये चीज हमेशा प्रॉब्लम में नहीं, कर्म नहीं क्रिएट होगा इस तरीके से जैसा हम फेस कर रहे हैं कि हर वक्त हम कर्म को लेके बैठ जाते हैं, हमारे कर्मों की सजा मिल रही है एंड ऑल दैट. बट कर्मों की सजा ठीक है वो मिल रही है. इट इज वी हु हैव डिसाइडेड ना कि ये इमोशन हमें सेटल नहीं हुआ है, इस इमोशन को सेटल करना है. यही हमारे कर्मों की सजा है जो हमने खुद डिसाइड किया. और वो भी इसलिए डिसाइड किया कि हमेशा हम बैलेंस्ड में रहें.
I'll never forget this story. Every time I talk anything about anybody, I have to stop myself.
The gossip is not good because हम जब gossip कर रहे हैं तो that we take that karma on ourselves.
I agree. I mean, and this is so hard, like so dangerous. You know, we all, I think one good thing that you said, Kina, whenever, you know, we have the masculine energy also in us and we have the feminine energy also in us, and we have to balance it. Like say for example, my husband is a very good homemaker also. I mean, he can really manage the house very well other than doing his household duties, and I am somebody who can manage home also, not very good, but I'm somebody who can, you know, who loves to work. So I think somewhere striking a balance between both energy is important. And all the pointers that you mentioned कि अब जिन्होंने फेरे ले चुके हैं वो तो वापस फेरे ले नहीं सकते हैं, तो जो फेरों का तो बात ही अलग है। जो हो चुका है
फेरों में एक्चुअली वो सिंबॉलिक हुआ है, वो सिंबॉलिक एक्शन तो हुआ है कि मेल और फीमेल को बैलेंस करके चलना है। तो उसमें आप जेंडर बोल लीजिए, आप उसको एनर्जी लेवल पे बोल लीजिए, बट दैट सिंबॉलिक थिंग हैपेंस इन द वे, बिकॉज हिंदुइज्म, लाइक आई फाइंड इट वेरी साइंटिफिक एंड वेरी रेलेवेंट ना, सनातन धर्म बहुत साइंटिफिक है। सो उसमें उन्होंने बैलेंस का बहुत अच्छा एक ये सिचुएशन दिया है कि इसलिए फेरों के समय दे डोंट अलाउ द मेल टू गो अहेड ऑल द टाइम। समटाइम्स द वुमेन विल लीड, द फीमेल एनर्जी विल लीड, समटाइम्स द मेल एनर्जी विल लीड। तो इस तरीके से बैलेंस उन्होंने घर के बैलेंस करने के लिए उन्होंने वो सिंबॉलिक एक एक्ट बताया है व्हेन वी आर गेटिंग मैरिड।
Right, and I think COVID times have also taught कि everybody should know everything. It need not be the ladies only who should do the household duties, and it is not important. I mean, we had our last speaker Ujjwal, who is a stay-at-home father, who was talking about making the child sleep in his arms, and he is following his hobby. So we understood that even men can plan to stay home and be with the children, and women can go out and work and get the bread and butter for the house. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि ना ये जो सोसाइटी में हमने बना रखा है जो नियम है, हम में से कोई, and that doesn't make him a less male, and that doesn't make, and if a female is working, that doesn't make her a less female कि ये तो घर का कुछ जानती ही नहीं है, जितना उतना जानती है. I think as a society also we should grow and we should be less judgmental. और आपने जो बताया ना, the nari shodhan kriya, the anulom vilom, I think that's what na anulom vilom and nari is same.
Nari shodhan, yes. Nari shodhan means take breath from one side and leave it on the other side.
Right.
That is anulom vilom ही है.
So एक वो है, और फिर I think yoga is something which will help us balance even keeping our thoughts ना, कि अगर हम expression कर सके तो that is balancing our feminine and masculine side.
Yes.
Masculine actually males express nahi karte hain, and if we balance, I mean, I think all the males, later please watch it on YouTube, because right now Sandeep was there and I think he left. So you know, we have to balance both the energies to be able to function properly. और आपने बहुत अच्छी चीज बोली disease की या pain की, कि having pain on the left side and the right side, so somewhere the balance is not there, and that's why the pain or the disease happens. So
एक अच्छी बात और बोलना चाहूंगी दिव्या कि जितना भी हम वर्ड सुनते हैं ना, लॉ ऑफ मैनिफेस्टेशन, लॉ ऑफ अट्रैक्शन, ये हम लोग बहुत पॉपुलर हो गया, पर्टिकुलरली ड्यूरिंग द कोविड टाइम. दिस ऑल हैपेंस, ऑल दीज लॉज, दे ऑल वर्क इफ योर फेमिनाइन एनर्जी इज बैलेंस्ड, बिकॉज फेमिनाइन एनर्जीज के थ्रू ही आप इसको क्रिएट कर सकते हो, आप इसको अट्रैक्ट कर सकते हो, बिकॉज फेमिनाइन इज ऑल अबाउट अट्रैक्टिंग, नो, बिकॉज शी फील्स वेरी, शी वांट्स टू बी लाइक अप्रिशिएटेड, adored, है ना, जैसे लड़के लोग चाहते हैं कि I should be given credit to, hero बनना पसंद है. So all these things are like तो जब भी हम बात करेंगे in terms of creation, in terms of manifestation, then we always talk in terms of feminine energies. That can actually take care of. तो जब भी आपको लगे कि I need to manifest something, तो आप ये ध्यान में रखो कि where am I in my feminine energies? Where do I stand? क्योंकि जितना ज्यादा आप उस feminine energies को balance करोगे, उतना ही जल्दी you will be manifesting things in your life, उतनी जल्दी आप create कर सकते हो अपने life में, because it's all about creativity. और एक चीज और हमारी बताया गया है, just as right and left side का बात बताई गई है कि left side is like feminine and right side is masculine. Similarly, if we divide ourselves into two halves, I mean from the ground to body को ऐसे divide करेंगे, we find that आपने chakras के बारे में सुना ही होगा. We have got 7 chakras which are predominantly working in the body. So if we take the 3 chakras below chakras, especially the Mooladhara or the root chakra, sacral chakra and solar plexus chakra, ये तीनों chakras are related to nature, prakriti. So this is like feminine energy. And the upper ke jo 3 chakras and the throat chakra, the third eye chakra and the crown chakra, these are related to the Shiv, Purush energy. So these are masculine energy. And beach mein reh gaya heart chakra. This is एक तरीके से वो जिसको हम लोग कहते हैं ना वो mathni. So it is like a mathni in between the feminine and the masculine. So heart chakra again becomes very, very important. अगर आप heart chakra को भी balance करके रखोगे तो that will balance your male and female energies. So heart chakra को balance हम कैसे करेंगे? It's all about others. If somebody has hurt you, let's just forgive, let go. अगर मतलब it's all about others. Critical नहीं होना है, judgmental नहीं होना है. So not to be judgmental is also balancing your energies. Don't criticize people. Don't be judgmental. All these things are balancing your energies, and letting go is the best option to balance your energy. क्योंकि वो let go करना सबसे अच्छा काम है. Though it is very difficult to let go. If somebody has done wrong to you, you find it really difficult to let go of the situation. But the best thing is to let go, because that if you don't let go, then all these things are like they're going to stay with you for a very long time. And 10 साल, 20 साल, 30 साल, and then it's going to manifest as a cancer. जैसे cancer का ही अगर मैं बोलूँगी, cancer is what? It's मतलब let go करना आदमी ने सीखा ही नहीं, सबसे पहली चीज. और दूसरा चीज, उसने इतना ज्यादा अपने आप को critical हो गया, he's feeling so guilty. That means feminine energies सबसे ज्यादा problem में है when a person has got cancer. वो इतना अपने लिए अपना ही critic बन गया है. He's so guilty about himself, and he is not allowing himself to forgive the other person. तो वो जहां पर भी वो forgiveness नहीं है, just part of the body में forgiveness नहीं है, and जहां पर भी वो दिक्कत आ रही है उसको, that place has got cancer. तो ये एक वो है. तो express yourself, journal करो आप, चाहे आप अपने मिरर के सामने खड़े हो के अपने से बातें करो, whatever you do, please express yourself. Communication होना बहुत जरूरी है. Let go करना बहुत जरूरी है. अपने को criticize नहीं करना है. That is also very important. Please don't criticize yourself. Accept everybody as they are. किसी को बदलने की कोशिश मत करिए. जिसको बदलना है वो अपने आप को बदलना है. So don't criticize anybody and don't मतलब मैं तो सब ठीक हूँ और अगले को बदलना चाहिए. वो ऐसा नहीं होगा. आप अपने को बदलेंगे, वो ऑटोमेटिकली दूसरा वाला बदला हुआ नजर आएगा. जैसे
ये चीज मैंने बहुत ज्यादा फील की है जब से from the time I started working on myself. I don't feel that urge to change anybody. Acceptance of others has increased many-fold. और मुझे लगता है कि I'm at peace. I think मुझे किसी को नहीं बदलना है. अच्छा, Ananta has raised her hand. She wants to ask a question. Yeah. Ananta, please go ahead.
Hello, good evening. Am I audible?
Yes, you are, Anandita.
Yeah, good evening, Rina ma'am. It's a very nice presentation. And hello, Divya, for organizing this. Basically, I have a question. When you talked about expressing ourselves,
yes.
Suppose you don't express, the negative energy manifests in your body, right? But if you start expressing also, I think many a times you don't find an environment that is conducive or accepting of your expressions. Suppose you want to talk about something, or you are expressing your needs, or something that you want at work. Many people may not like it also. That what you, so how to balance that way of expression? Because if you start writing, I think you also mentioned that you should express through your writing probably. So yes. Once you start writing, what happens, it stays forever. And then when you read it, you go back to those emotions again. So how do you balance between expressing and not expressing?
Okay. So if you feel that people, because see, if you find people are not listening to you, and your expressions or whatever you're expressing is not well met, you can always express it to yourself. You are complete and whole in yourself. You're both feminine and you're both masculine. You don't need another person to understand what expressions you have. You can always pamper yourself. The masculine part can always love the feminine part. The feminine part can always love back the masculine part. You can always give a treat to yourself. So try and be complete in yourself. I mean, instead of depending upon somebody, instead of always thinking that the other one is going to come and give me some compliment, or maybe if I tell him that please love me, I need this and I need that, then only it will be fulfilled. Please don't wait for that. Just go ahead and pamper yourself. It's always good. You just go and buy yourself something. If you want to eat in a restaurant, you just go and eat alone. I know it's difficult, especially in India. It's quite difficult, but it is manageable. Because I do that sometimes. I don't, every time I don't keep telling my husband, I said, no, look, I need this and I don't need that. And even on my birthdays and anniversaries, I don't wait for my husband because he'll always never remember. So what I do is I buy something and then I tell him that, look, this is my birthday gift. So if you can give me the money, fine. Otherwise, I've already taken it from ghar ka kharcha. So that way expressions can be done. So, and about journaling is one of the ways where you can actually, create new ideas about. So not necessarily that if you're writing it, then you're reliving it. No, but once it's out of your system, journaling is a way of getting it out of your system, of the energies which may remain inside you, dormant inside you, may be active. It may not be dormant as such. They may be active inside you. It has to be out of your body. It has to come out of your system. So journaling is one of the best ways of writing it down, because afterwards, when you have read it, that thing doesn't hold any relevance now. Or maybe you've just read it, like it's almost like seeing a photograph. So when you are living that situation, it's more difficult, to catch hold of your emotions. But once they're out, those emotions are out while writing also, they have just come out. Now your system is empty. And after some time, when you have read those things, you don't find they carry so much of charge. Those energies have all gone. And this is that charge which will make you unwell, which will create some or the other challenges, be it in the form of relationship or career or your health or whatever. It will create that charge is going to create problem. So after you've written, that charge is gone. The things are out in the system. So I hope I have.
Anindita got her answer. And yeah, it was like what you explained is beautiful. I was telling everybody I went for Gangubai all alone. I wanted to watch the movie. My husband was out of town. I just went alone. I have always eaten alone. I have always, and I don't feel bad about it. I feel very good about it. I wanted this. Not if I did not get a company, and I'm okay with it. I'm my own company. I enjoy it.
So if you don't enjoy your own company, then there's something wrong. Well, you need to enjoy your own company. If you want always people to be around you, then only you'll feel happy and secure. Then there is a problem. Then you need to balance your energy, because you should be very happy alone also. Not
people laugh at me कि ये कैसे पिक्चर अकेली चली जाती है. मैंने कहा शादी के पहले भी जाती थी और अभी भी जाती हूँ. Nothing different. There are kind of movies which I like, and if I don't get a company, I'm okay to watch it alone. Yeah. Okay, Jaya ji wanted to know about Akashic reading, and Anindita wants to know about the benefits of past life regression. I think Rina ma'am, we will have to do another session with you, because there are so many other questions that people have. So today, let's stick to the topic. I will share Rina ma'am's number with all of you. She is an Akashic reader, and she definitely talks about hypnotherapy also, not just past life regression. She talks about hypnotherapy as well. And she's a beautiful human being. I think she's amazing. She keeps has this practical approach to life and practical. And I think I have summed it how, all of us can tap in both. Whatever Rina ma'am said, I think any last words that Rina ma'am you want to share about today's topic?
Yeah, I just wanted to say that by balancing, there are many ways of balancing. That's what I want to say. There are many ways of balancing. Even if you balance your diet, that's also one way of balancing your energies. If you can balance your house even by Vastu or by Feng Shui or whatever way, that is also one way of balancing your energies. Then, as I said, another thing is, if you are a spendthrift, then it's like more of feminine energies. But if you start saving some money, then also you balance it. You spend as well as save money. That is also balancing of energies. because ultimately money is energy only, no? So if you are like saving something, that is masculine if you are saving. But then this attribute goes to a woman that she keeps saving something. But actually that is a masculine energy at work, which is saving. And जैसे एक बहुत interesting है, the river when it flows, it's the flowing river, the flowing water, that is feminine. But when it comes, there is a river bed. That river bed is masculine because it's holding that river. So same way, when the money which is flowing is like feminine, but once you've started saving it somewhere in the bank or at home, that is masculine. So that way also you can balance your energy. So there are many ways of balancing. So I would just say that we all need to balance our own energies to stay healthy and complete and whole. Our main purpose is to stay complete and whole.
And one thing good that you said, let's stop our dependency. I think emotional dependency on others, or for everything, when we are dependent on others, it makes us incomplete. So I think we should be independent in our thought process also.
Very much.
Yes, and everybody wants another session with you. I'm going to share your number with many, I think. Rupali Di says he loved your simplicity and you're practical and beautiful. So Reena ma'am, I think it was a beautiful session. बहुत अच्छा लगा और बहुत कुछ आपने बहुत practically और scientific. You did not make it anywhere not scientific. You made it all logical and scientific for each one of us. So gratitude for a beautiful session. And
thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for your kind words that you have said. Thank you so much.
Such a pleasure to have you. Such a pleasure to have you. Thank you. And everybody who will be watching us on YouTube, please share it with maximum number of people. Let good content also go viral.